It's not every day one gets that kind of introduction. My heart's going da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Wow, and my heart's also pounding a little bit because of what we're about to do. We're about to have a conversation. And typically when we have a conversation, it's like, yeah, hey, how you doing? Oh, good to see you. Yeah, bye. And we want a deep conversation where we really touch one another and what I call the 4Q. And just do this with me for a minute. 4Q looks like this: body, emotions, mind, spirit. So we're going to work across the 4Qs, so every part of us that makes us fully human. Just say that. I'm fully human. I'm fully human. I am fully human. So with this brilliant group that I'm about to introduce to you, you're going to get a lot of fully human, a lot of healing, a lot of insight, and you're going to hear some of what they have walked through to be here with us today. Is that good or good?
That's great. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. That's how I feel. So let me just do a little bit of introing, if that's okay with my wonderful panel. I got a nod from everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to fight the light just a little bit. Here we go. All right, our panel is made up of Moselle Ward, who is a conjurer. We have the conjurer in the house, a poet, an expressive arts and somatic narrative therapist rooted in Black feminist power. I love that, Black feminist power. Get ready. So one of the things that Moselle believes is that the body holds stories. Think about that, your body holding stories. And, I love this, the stories that deserve reclamation, meaning we are going to reclaim some of ourselves through our stories. Now, is that good or good?
Great.
All right, thank you. We also have Dennis Billups, a San Francisco native. There are not that many of us San Francisco natives. Raise your hand. We're here in force today. All right. And I want to tell you a little bit about Dennis. Not only is he a native and a lifelong disability rights activist, he participated in the historic 1977 Section 504 sit-ins. That took some courage at the San Francisco Federal Building. The longest occupation of a federal building in United States history. All right. That's no joke. That's resistance. Thank you. And not only that, Dennis has been a proud member of the Black Panthers for more than 40 years. Gotta love it. All right, now I'm going to introduce you to Jordan Anderson, the founder of the HOB Media, House of Bullies Media, a San Francisco-based media company built from resilience, growth, and a passion for storytelling. Now, we all have stories, do we not? Every one of us has at least 3 stories, if not more, because our lives are all about stories as Black people, are we not? Okay, so Jordan founded the HOB Media, as I said a moment ago, but one of the things is that the documentary storytelling leaves us with a legacy forever. Forever. We can't unsee, unhear, or undo what we've done. Is that right? All right, so I'm going to let the panel choose who would like to go first. Yes, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to be here today.
Good afternoon.
All right. I appreciate you guys looking in my direction so that I can tell you part of my story. Born and raised in San Francisco, was a twin, and my mother raised two blind people by herself. Went to Lawton Elementary, went to Marina Junior High, went to Poly for a minute, went to Balboa, graduated from Balboa, went to City College, and went to State College.
Beautiful, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question for you. Question. Tell us about a time that you felt neglected by the community. Tell us about a time you felt neglected by the community.
So many times, so I have to think of which one I can tell. Probably being black and blind, we were educated in a blind, well, not a blind school, public school. And my sister went on to Berkeley School for the Blind, and I got the worst of it. I went to public school. I think it's the time when I started meditating, because I kind of felt the energy shift a little bit. When my mother was working with Sunnydale Housing way back then, the first generational person who worked with a food program here in San Francisco. But during that time, she really wanted get us something to do, and learning how to do meditation really pulled me away from the abnormal things that most people go through. That's the stress, that's the anger, that's the where am I going to go, what am I going to do? And it brought me into a higher consciousness that helped me move. It took a long time for that, but I think that's probably one of the times.
Beautiful.
That helped.
Well, you just, for all of us, made the point that meditation is medicine.
Yes, it is.
Medicine. Thank you. And, my dear, what would you like? Are you okay with the mic? Uh-oh. Take mine.
Hello, hello? Can y'all hear me? Thank you, thank you. Same question? Okay, hey y'all, I'm Moselle. You can call me Mo for short. Let me think. So one time that I felt neglected by community, I was actually in St. Louis. That's when I went to school for grad school, Washington University in St. Louis. I know. Thank you. 314. Hi, day. But I was on a panel. It was during Black Love Month, February. And I was on a panel, and some of my intersections were I am ethical non-monogamous, I am polyamorous, I'm queer, I'm mid-sized, fat, chunky, medium dark skin, and non-binary. And so I think those were a lot of intersections to swallow at one time. And one thing about me is I'm really big with imagination. And I think it's important to imagine, but in order to imagine, you have to dream. In order to dream, you have to be a rule breaker. And so on this panel, I think I was breaking too many rules that I didn't really get any questions. I think it was a lot to comprehend. Like, people were probably like, how do I get married from here? Like, you're non-monogamous, you're queer, and all of the things. Like, how does this equal? How do I get to a dream life? You know, and I can't answer that for anybody. I can barely answer that for myself, by the way. I'm still learning.
Beautiful.
But I was like, I felt very naked. I felt emotionally naked. And I'm here today on the panel. And I wonder how I will feel after, because I think emotional naked is not a bad thing, actually. And so, yeah, that's one time I felt neglected. And I think the biggest thing that I think about when I think about neglect is being misunderstood. So I think I was misunderstood. And is misunderstood a wrong thing? Not necessarily. So yeah, that's what I'm holding on to. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. Ashe. Anybody here ever felt misunderstood? Raise your hand. Neglected? A lot of hands up. Must be some sort of universal thing we're all experiencing, right? And in the experience, when we talk about it, we lower the level of anxiety, depression, or anything else that it triggers. Is that good or good? And we would love to hear from the gentle person in the last chair. Sir, if you don't mind, may I introduce? Now, I have a problem with the light up here. Stand by, because I want to say your name correctly, sweetheart. Dennis. Am I on the wrong page? Jordan. I've got the wrong page. It's Jordan. Please join us.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Well, one time, and this like one of the biggest things is when I got out of prison, and like it was my third time, but each time when I did get out, you know, I didn't realize that I needed something different. And so that time that I felt neglected was when I came home, and then I thought, which I thought my support system really was, and that was kind of like, you know, me trying to explain to people what I actually need, because everybody, when they come home from prison, they need something different. Everybody, it's not just one slate for everybody to follow. And so, you know, by me explaining to them, but they not getting it because, you know, they just used to how I was. And so it was like, all right, I did put myself out there as this person, but that was because I had to. So now that I rediscovered and reclaimed who I was and who I really am, all right, now I'm not that person no more. Now I'm like this. And so me telling them my feelings, when I say I was that way, I was like, I say on robot, you know, showing no feelings, no this. But now it's like when I came to the point where, you know, I understood fully that all of these things is going to cause harm to me if I don't get it out. And so me telling them that, and they basically wasn't listening because they kept saying, oh, you some gangster, so, oh, we don't want to hear your feelings, basically. And so it was like, yeah, that was like a big thing for me when I felt neglected.
Mm-hmm. So everyone is acknowledging the pain of neglect. Is anybody here in with this, feeling neglected? Because there are lots of forms of neglect. Sometimes it's family, sometimes it's community, sometimes it's living while black. All of those things. I see you nodding your head. Now, would you like to add any more, any of the panelists yet, to what you're bringing forward? Feel free. I see you.
Well, I know I can speak for me personally. I'm going to bring clarity. I'm going to bring passion. Like, 'cause that's what pretty much I had to realize that the way that I was living was bad, but the principles that I was holding was good. I just was misplacing those principles. Mm-hmm. And so once I, you know, realized that, I channeled that and put it to somewhere else, and that's where House of Bullies is created. And like from there, it's just all community, all, you know, positive, creative things coming from it. And it just been growing from there. So it's just like, that's one of the main things, just passion. That's what the main thing that fuels me, passion.
Yeah, and you said that there was this time you felt neglected by the community. How did you get through that? How did you pierce that?
Just being able to get what I have in my mind and explain it to somebody else. I felt once I can do that, then it was like, now they can understand fully what I want, where I'm coming from, where I'm trying to go. So it's basically a blueprint. And I figured that once I can do that, everything else would possibly come a little easier.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's hard for me not to comment from my other hat as a psychologist, but what you just did was create a psychological breakthrough. Did you see and hear his breakthrough? You broke through. The psyche means soul. It means soul, your own soul. You awakened. Now, is that good or good? Thank you. What comes up for you when you think about?
I think in order to know that you were neglected, you have to move past it. It's the same thing for like respect and disrespect or love and hate. Like I feel like in order to know that I was neglected, I've had to find something else and see something else and feel something else to be like, oh, that wasn't right. That wasn't okay. And I think that I hold a lot of intersections. I'm adopted through family. I'm the middle child. I'm the darkest in my family. Like so many things in which cause neglect, caused isolation, caused oddness, difference, awkwardness. And I think now it's like, what would it mean to embrace that? Like, embrace that I'm awkward, embrace that I'm weird, embrace that I'm different. And that doesn't have to be necessarily a negative or bad thing. It can just be what it is. Mm-hmm. And from that I can create, and that's why I love creating art. Like, what would it mean to create something ugly? I think we're so focused on like, oh, I don't want to be ugly. Oh, I don't want to create something ugly, but like, what would it mean to create something that made no sense? Yeah, so that's what I think about is like, how can I externalize, therapy, we call it externalizing, right? Mm-hmm. How can I take what I'm experiencing and put it out? And that's through performance art usually. One thing I always say is the outfit's always an intervention. So how do I do that? I wear things. Like sometimes I work a lot with youth. So if I'm feeling social anxiety, I'm feeling nervous, because nothing's created nor destroyed, only transferred. So I might be working with someone who's experiencing social anxiety. They're like, oh my God, I don't know. So I'll get on BART with a tutu on a regular Monday at 8 a.m. with a tutu and go to work with fairy wings on. And I have an office job. And that's what I will do to just get out of these shackles of confinement and constraint and bending. If I notice my body start like this, I might sit up a little bit taller. You know, I might take up more space. And I think that's how I overcome neglect and oddness and indifference. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, Ashe, beautiful. Beautiful. This panel is smoking hot. Who's next, sir?
I am next.
Yes, you are.
Well, the way I did it was because of being blind and black. That you were already different, and my mother said, "You already have 2 strikes against you, so hit the next ball out the park." So that was one of the things, and the other thing was to fight through any discomfort by being resilient, being focused, and being authentic. Okay. And when I was able to find my authenticity, I was able to move through a lot of the hurdles. It was a long time till I found my authenticity. Through a lot of psychological and social things that they threw at you. But meditation helped me become more focused and more steady, and I protected my center, and I rose to a lot of occasions. And just showing up to anything like that makes a big difference. It's 50% of the win if you do it like that.
Now, when you say authenticity, what does that mean to you?
Authenticity means being who you think you are. The king, the leader, the bright soul. In the building, I was called the Hawk, and I was also called the Blessed Sun, because I was the person walking around and making sure people were okay in the 504 building. And I always had a positive energy, due to my mind dreaming a lot and using that. And I had to come back to that after doing my illness, which I just conquered bone cancer and prostate cancer.
Ooh.
And my doctors came up to me one to say, Mr. Phillips, we want to talk to you because you have a problem. I said, well, you've had a good life, Mr. Phillips. What do you want to do? I said, I'm still having a good life. So the thing I did is they asked me, well, you only have 1.5 years to live. What do you want to do? I said, let's kick this in the butt. Let's kick. Yeah, so I had to make sure that I let them know I'm ready to fight and I'm not going to stop until I win. And I just got out of radiation 91 days ago and got cured of both of those.
Whoa, yes. Beautiful, thank you. Now, panelists, I'm going to put it in your hands. Anything you feel you want to share right now, the floor is yours.
Huh? You ready?
I'm ready. Okay.
Let's go.
I'm actually going to share a poem, y'all, if that's okay with y'all.
Yes.
Okay. So I was thinking about this because I'm a therapist, I'm a helper, I'm a fixer, sadly. I'm a recovering people pleaser. I'm a lot of things. And right now I'm healing through burnout. And before I got here, I was talking to my partner. I was just like, I'm sleepy. I need every 3 hours I need a nap. He was like, am I gonna be awake for this today? And I was like, I need to understand what burnout is. And my partner asked me, they were like, well, what's burnout? And I was like, it feels like it's something I'm never gonna come out of. Now, as a therapist though, I believe that everything is expansive. But when it comes to myself, I don't believe that to be true. So here's a poem to myself and maybe to y'all. It's called Where It Hurts. Mama asked me where it hurts, and the tales of the crypt shackles shake, muffling memories that unravel in night dreams. They drag like scalp-pulled roots from mama's hips. Do you remember where it hurts? Where the trees bleed and the caged bird scream sings, busted church windows under the weepings of the railroad tracks. Mama asked me where it hurts. I say nowhere she can touch. Honey coats me thick as frozen molasses poured slow over his body. Bees swarm from shadow like fade, kissing me into a spreading of the echoes. It hurts where his name ain't said right, where it sit unsentenced in the back of my mouth. The bees rejoice from the dragonflies, butterflies clapping soft swing hymns, like they know something I ain't ready to remember. Beloved scratches her throat. Bread lodged deep in her throat, gunk thick as tar, hanging in the wind chimes of my neck. I'm drowning from the inside, gasping for stolen air. Like the breath got a price, I ain't paid it yet. Mama asked me where it hurts. Is it between the swelling of my feet or the tree slashes on the top of my thoracic spine? It hurts where my waist beats pinch against scar tissue, tight like memory that won't loosen, where my grandmama fell asleep and woke up riding 4 wheels, carrying silence in her lap. He put his hand in the mouth of the snake, Louisiana seasoning burning sweet, dirtying innocence with a roll doll full of safety pins. I saw my granddaddy in the watchtower kneeling down the Green Mile, frolicking strange in a pocket protector from the Kingdom Hall. Newspaper, thin Kansas stories about his mama, kernels of stove-cooked popcorn crackling against his gold tooth, cotton-picking minds run wild, barefoot in the backyard of the acorns, tracking dust in the duck goose. Mama asked me where I'm from, where I came from, as if I'm not an old soul, ain't stitched from the screeches of baby laughs and heavy quilts made to lay down souls like edges. I say I'm from the in-between, where the memories go to die as in transformed into transfer. I told her I am from her, and that it hurts when she hurts. And it began to hurt the day I jumped into the ocean, when my feet became tails and my arm became wings. A fairy mermaid. Ashe.
Ashe, thank you. Ooh, take a minute and let that in. That was intense. You knew it. All right then. Who's next?
Well, I guess I'll go. Just something to say. I'ma just say, like, I appreciate the opportunity to come up here, right? Because I figured out that I'm one of them type of people that I got to get my feelings out. Like, it's kind of mandatory, right? If I don't do it, then, you know, I'm not going to say my day is going to be off, but it's going to take me a little longer to get back, you know, to zero, basically. And I don't really usually have too many people that I can do that with. And this being, you know, the form of space that we in, I'm still comfortable doing it like that. But it's because now I have a hard line. I have boundaries. And I respect other people's boundaries. So, you know, if they don't respect mine, then I'm going to have to, you know, discontinue us being in that space together. And so because a lot of people can't understand the change that's in me and the change that, you know, my mental and how I move and all of that, like, they can't understand that. So I'm losing a lot of people, not only to death or jail or, you know, just to us living different lives, separate lives. And mine's is totally different from, you know, how I used to live, because it was like I used to love having 20, 30 guys around me. You know how it is, like, when you're young. But now it's like, man, I value my peace. I value my space. And then on the other end, it's like I don't stick my foot in hot water no more. Hot water being the streets. So I don't do that. And so it's like, all right, they probably still dipping their toe in there. So that's a boundary that I'm not coming up off of. I've spent too much time in prison. And so it's like, I don't know, if you were to get in my car, I don't know what's coming with you. So it's like, I had to figure out for myself and stop worrying about, man, what they gonna think about me. And so that's just how I'm living today.
Who in the audience has Dennis? Dennis, you have the last words, and then audience, get ready with your questions.
Breakthrough. Breakthrough was going in the building and taking over the 504 FBI building. Breakthroughs. Making sure that I could go through City College, State College, and then go to the Silicon Valley and work there for 20 years. Breakthroughs. Having to stand up being a leader when nobody else could and didn't want to be. Breakthroughs, being in Crip Camp, a movie and a TV program that helped expose disability rights for everyone to see. Breakthroughs, making sure that my mother and family are okay. Breakthroughs, being here, talking with you all. Breakthroughs, being high enough in consciousness where I can tell people what we can do. Breakthroughs, being the light, love, and harmony for each and every man that I hear and talk to.
Woo!
I say.
Thank you. All right, that is the end of our panel. Please thank our generous and brilliant panelists. Thank you so much. Thank you for your openness, your honesty, and maybe some words for all of us to live by. What do you think? Take a moment and just bring that in. What you just heard, what you just felt, just tap right here, your sternum, right here. Tap that right under the sternum. It's a tiny little thymus gland. Let's activate it for 60 seconds. Take the breath, take the breath. Breathe in the wisdom. Breathe in the breakthroughs. Your own wisdom and your own breakthroughs. And just take one more moment and say, I commit to bringing into my life all the joy I possibly can. Breathe it in, and if you're feeling the smile, big smile, big smile. Let me see some smiles. Uh-oh, I'm missing some smiles. Let me see that joy. That's better. There you go. Thank you, panelists, for your generosity. Ashe. Thank you. Oh, forgive me. Wait, we have one last thing. You don't want to miss this. We have a meditation person giving the meditation, you know who you are.
Thank you for letting me lead this meditation. This one I found way back in 1991. I was listening to an AM station. It used to be called KSOL a long time ago, and they took it over and started the Psychic Network on that station years and years ago, those who are old enough to even listen to those. This one was done by a lady named Jackie, Jacqueline, I can't remember her last name, but she said this one and it actually floored me. So take a deep breath. I may not do it the way you want to, since I have a little time. I'll just make sure that we do it on time. Take a deep breath, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, close your eyes, and surround yourself with clear light. This light is going to take you down to an elevator. And each step, 10 steps, we're going to go down. This will bring us into a different consciousness each time we go up. And then I'm going to take you up 10 stairs. Kind of quick, but we're going to do this. And at the end of this meditation, you will feel a higher vibration. I guarantee it. I can bet that you will. There's no doubt in my mind. So, relax. Relax your spirit. Relax your mind. Relax your heart and soul, your body. And let's be mindful and do this. Take your first step and walk down. And as you take this first step, you're noticing a transition of letting go all of your burdens. Number 2, take the next step and letting go all of your worries and problems. Take your next step and letting go all of your feelings that you have. Take your next step, letting go all your fears with you. Take your next step, letting go of all the future and past things that you're doing. Number 5, take your next step and letting go of the presence of being here. Number 6, take your next step and letting go of the consciousness you feel coming towards you, being quiet and center. Take your next step and making sure that you're going deeper into your heart and soul and mind. Take your next step, and as you go down deeper, you're going to your soul space. Number 10, take your next step and ground yourself. And as you do this, you're going to walk up some stairs. Being grounded now, being grounded. Take your first step. As you walk up the stairs, you're still going deeper, but now you're in the earth. Take your next step. Now you're getting deeper and deeper. You're hearing rhythms. Take your next step. Now you're feeling the joy and things of love. Number 3, take your next step. You're beginning to hear songs of angels and light. Number 4, take your next step. You're beginning to hear peace and joy in your heart and mind. Take your next step as you feel all of your vibrations being lifted, all the positive energy singing to you. Number 6. Number 7, take your next step. And as you hear the joy of love and heart harmony coming towards you, move up. Take your next step. Now you feel peace and generosity. And take your last step. Now you see water, total water and love. This water and love, nothing can hurt you here. Nothing can bother you here. You are total peace and total love. and take your 10th step, you're at the brink of the cliff of the water. And as you look at this water, it talks to you. It tells you that I am love. I am here for you. I will never, ever leave you. I will always protect you. Take the next step into the water, and you're surrounded by the golden streams of water. And as you sink down and swim into the total infinite love, you realize that you are now in the light, in the love, and the harmony of God. And as you do this, now you realize that nothing can bother you, nothing can harm you, nothing can touch you. And as you are jumping into the water, being in the water, it tastes like honey. It tastes beautiful. It sticks to your body. It helps you breathe. It helps you sing. It helps you be in total joy. And as you do this, you are now in total presence of love. Now that you're in love with yourself, with the water, with harmony and joy, you are at peace.
Ashe, ashe. Hold that, take it with you. Take it with you. Thank you. Whew, I don't want to get up. That was so relaxing and peaceful. All right, thank our panelists, please, everyone. Thank you so much wisdom, vulnerability, and this honesty. So it is.